So, hey everyone, going to do a bit of an impromptu video around the new Legends Pass and whether it's worth it. So just be mindful, I'm based in Australia, so the prices you see are obviously from market, right? Alright, you can see here, the price for me is $6.49 per month. Now that's probably equivalent of like $4 USD. It's probably like £3, euros, I guess, and then you can figure out your net, or you can just look and see the price. They're offering on 1 week trial, which is nice. But let's go through and see. Now, this one will take a little bit of explaining, right? The Prime Tickets Robot. So if you ever purchased the Ticket Robot or the Chrono Crystals Robot, I assume it will work exactly the same as that. I'll show you where it's likely to be. You know what? I'm just going to purchase it and then I might just cancel it. So what I might do is I might just I'll black my screen out for a little bit. Once we get to the purchase screen, but you'll see here it's auto renewing, so just be aware of that. So if you're using Apple or Google Play, you can suspend a subscription from the App Store, I assume. That's the same way you'll be able to cancel like your Netflix, or if you like I had KO, which is like a sporting streaming app that I download for like certain tournaments that I want to watch, and then I just cancel after like weeks after the tournament. Anyway, so yep, so it just explains all the perks. There's certain loyalties, right? So you get 50 every third month. You get 50 of these tickets. All right, so we'll go to purchase. So read through all this if you like and pause. There we go. So that's when reset is for me. So that's the thing. So yeah. So there you go. Like you're saying, tap subscription active, and then you can cancel it the same way. Same with the Android app as well. Someone who works for a software company, we do get customers who have questions. How do I cancel? I'm like, go into your app, you can do it. It's no worries. So you can say here, blah blah blah, and I would have blanked out some of the information there just because it's personal. It's processing, it's subscribed, and cool. Alright, we don't need to worry about that. Alright, now I'm subscribed. Awesome. Hope I can still see. Okay, so we'll go through. So you get 400 expanded equipment slots, which is really decent for farming. It's a huge quality life improvement. So for 50, if you're someone who is trying to get really good equipment, then it's a decent price. And just for that, faster auto mode probably doesn't matter that much, right? It looks like it's 2 times speed. Bizarre thing to put that behind a paywall. It's like, hey, do you want to waste more time waiting for things to load? Yeah. Then don't pay the extra. Whatever. Depending on your country. Reset slots don't really matter. I assume the only scenario where that matters is if you play like you just will pay to play like 8 or 10 hours of like PvP. And there's a convenience which teams want you. I know you get a bit of a feel like, oh geez, I'm running hybrids, and all of a sudden I'm coming up against Goku and all these anti-hybrid units that have been released recently. But I really see no value in that. Expanded adventure slots again. Right now there's that whole thing, if you get to 180,000 or whatever random item is for the fortnight or month, then each week you'll get Chrono Crystals. So I guess it makes it a little bit more convenient having 2 additional slots. But really it's not required. And then more login bonuses. And I'll actually just show you what the normal login bonuses are, just so you have it on screen. So you know what we're talking I wonder if it'll show up now. Okay, so here we go. I thought I had to go into the settings. But, I mean, on the weekend, you get the different ones, right? But as you're aware, you think you get like, is it like 25 energy or 50 tickets, 100 tickets? Like, I have like 1,000 tickets, I think, in my gift box that I can't claim because nothing I really want to burn the content on. But overall, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna go, okay, sure, Chrono Crystals and rare metals, I guess. Um, Sounds good. Whatever. Um, okay, so we got that. I'm gonna close that. That's fine. So what I'll show you is when we talk about those Legends Pass tickets, um, don't get your hopes up because it's kind of pointless. And the only reason why, in my view, you would even consider um, going for this is just like the convenience of not having to around with the equipment slots. Like you trying to burn through energy, or you're trying to just complete a mission 100 times or whatever. It's rewards, and you have to stop every 10 energy because your box is full. It's super annoying. As you can see here, it would take 100 tickets to get 300 sparking. Now, as you might have seen, you get 1 ticket a day, and then as a bonus, on your 3rd anniversary, after 3 months, you're gonna have, depending on, February has 28 days, 29 days. Some months have 30, some months have 31. At 3 months, you're gonna have something like what 140 tickets. So after 3 months, you can get 300 Z power for sparking, and what else? 500 rare metals, and then either 10 energy or 10 soul exchange metals. So I mean, obviously it's nice, right? It's something, but I really think they could have been a little bit less harsh. So for context, right? Um, and I don't know whether I've done my daily missions, right? But just to show you, right? So I'm pretty sure we get like a sparking coin every day, right? And then I think on the weekend you can do that discounted summons to get another sparking coin. Well, let's just say you don't do that. You just do. So you get 7 a day, right? 7 a week. So after, a month, you have 28. So if we go back to the exchange job, so we're going to have 1 month, we have 28. So in the same period of time, I could almost get, 300. So it's actually like a third of the value of being the free to play, right? So in my view, and there's always a balance between free to play versus paid. If you're paying and you're getting a third of the value for paying nothing, like as a paid player, someone who's actually, you know, um, contributing towards the salaries, which that's the way it works, right? Obviously, you need free players because obviously all the paid players wouldn't have anyone in PvP, and often lose, right? Because it's not necessarily about having 12 stars. I routinely will get beaten, who are obviously free to play. And I don't, I just like the unit. But you understand my point. Something like there's a weird concept of where the value doesn't quite match up. I think they could have been a little bit friendlier with that. Like, there's not much value in this. If you're someone who's spending this money, and I'll use myself as an example. I've probably completely started reducing my spending quite significantly since the anniversary. I kind of got burnt out. So, auto receipt. I normally will just go for 6 stars on limited, and then not really worry about the other characters. See here, like when it comes to those, remember the name of it. Where the banners where you pay once you get one copy, you can pay 2,000 crystals and get it to 6 stars. I try to at least get one of those just to go. So, Piccolo and Nappa. I don't have the Goku or don't have the Gohan. Yeah, I'll get them when I get them. You see here, like, though, and maybe I'll just sparking a little bit easier. Alright, so you see here, like, 6 stars, etc. That's pretty average. So, like, maybe part of this, in a weird way, will, unless it's a unit I'm going to be actively using on, like, the teams I'm fighting with, maybe I'll start to think it like 4 stars will be my benchmark rather than 6 stars, because, like if I'm getting these sparking coins, I'm getting these past tickets, all of a sudden you can get a lot more Z power. So in a weird way, if I continue with this, it might actually make me more comfortable to summon less, right? So is it worth it? Worth is going to be the value for you. I as someone who sort of will maybe spend $100 a month on this, yeah, for me it's like it's worth it purely for the convenience of not being stopped. Just trying to like go through my energy. Right? There's a reason why if I go to an event, so you can see like I'm sitting on like 7,000 energy. Much of a backside, right? To just stop every 10 energy because I do have any equipment space. So if we go to characters, go to equipment. So I'll just show you a little bit more about what's going on. Okay. So now it's saying I have like another 400 slots. Right. Okay. Cool. So I mean that's the convenience there, and what we'll do is what I assume where you'll go is like you've got your little robot here. See, so you got your little robot. Rewards. You get one ticket. The thing that's always a little bit frustrating is you'll have to like remember every day, and that's why I actually stopped the robots a couple times because I'm like, oh, it's pretty good value. Like if I'm gonna end up buying those crystals, when the next banner comes out, like, oh yeah, I'll just buy that. I'll just buy a little robot digger or whatever, and then saves you a little bit over time. But you do often forget. But anyway, pretty good. I think it's honestly just a quality of life improvement. Like, I don't think there's really value from making your team stronger, or anything like that. It's purely just making legends. I'm paying $6.50 at the moment a month, to make legends painful to play, which is a bizarre scenario, right? Because they know the elements that are frustrating their customers, and rather than just providing those quality of life improvements, right? Like, all right, so why don't I just have an overflow box of equipment, right? That I can't use until I free up space in my main box, right? Why couldn't you just have an overflow box of 400, right? And say, you can't get to those until you clear out your main box. Or why not just make it give us 400 for free? It wouldn't matter, right? As soon as whenever they've given the expansion slot for equipment in the past, it's like, well, like I've just happened to get the you could purchase the co-op. Um, yeah. So you can normally buy slots, right? Honestly, like I don't or just fill up my equipment slot altogether. The only reason why I was purchasing the expansion slots was to avoid the you've used 10 energy. Sorry, you've got to stop. There was no point giving us the 100 energy at a time because we didn't have the equipment slots. But even things like the speeding up of when you do auto skip. Again, like why is that behind a paywall? That it doesn't make sense. Um, as someone who's now a subscriber, I don't know whether I'll be a subscriber permanently. I think everyone should just have that. Like, there's to as a business, your goal. Look at your goal. You want people to be spending more time playing the game. So right now, you may be logged in, let's say, 2 hours a day. Right, that might be very high. But, you say you're logged in for 2 hours a day. But if you're spending, let's say you're spending 15 minutes of that in load screens, right, waiting for skipping. I'm saying, oh great, we can move that down to 7 minutes if you pay a little bit of money. By providing that to all, though, all of a sudden you're increasing people's play time, not logged in time. That's a very different concept, right? It's really important. The additional team slots, I mean, it's useful for someone. I don't know who that is. If that's someone, if you find that valuable at all, but again, it's like I'd rather see that be something like I don't know, like seasonal rewards. Like, oh, you got to rank 40, you got to rank 50 for the first time. So we're going to give you an additional, team slot. Or hey, you finished the first 6 chapters or first 5 chapters of hard mode of story mode. So, which I should probably have done with the story in a while. I mean, hey, we'll give you another team slot. Things like that, right? So, I don't really understand. What else? And I'm rambling a little bit. With it, you're enjoying. Interesting that they got a tap here to cancel. That's very I do like that. But now I don't. That's the whole point is I can't even think of all these additional kind of all points. Equipment slots, quality of life of not being blocked when you're trying to burn through your. Anyway, I don't know. It's very cheap. I was actually expecting it to be like a lot more. For context, right? So $6.49 a month. I think I pay and I paid for an annual subscription to Disney Plus. But I think something like a Disney Plus or a Netflix would be, depending on your plan. Let's say works out to be about $12 a month. So, do I play more Legends than I watch Disney Plus on Netflix? Probably, right? Probably. A cup of coffee here, depending on your area, let's say it's something like $4 to $5. So, am I buying? Not so much now because I work from home. Like when I'm in the office, whole scenario we find the world in. Am I spending more than $49 on coffee a month? Yes, right. Last example is like let's just say like a quarter pound, a medium quarter pounder meal, which is probably like based on the size of the side, it's probably like more if you're in America. Anyway, that's probably something around $10. So, am I buying Macca's like once a month or whatever to that amount? No, I'm probably not. I don't really. It's a very rare occasion. But yeah, that's an example at least. I don't know. It's such a low price point that I guess you don't realize it, but it's a bit like this subscription era where like it's $6.50 for Legends Plus. It's you're paying maybe $15 for Netflix, you're paying another $12 for Disney, and there's all sorts of other, streaming apps out there or other little subscriptions that you don't quite know it. So it's my public service of this is um, as more, I guess, media or content that you consume, it starts, sort of requesting a subscription fee. Just be mindful of your finances, right? So I don't know. That's all. That's my thought. I don't know whether this helps you or not. Um, actually, that's all my thoughts. One thing I will say is, okay, so here's the convenience of not being able to like worry about, um, you know, this is why you're doing it, right? It's all about that equipment stuff. So I'm just trying to think of one. Let's go for the. Is the Goku one there? What's the G? I did do that one. Yeah, okay. Let's just whatever. I'll do 100 for the fan. Right. Well, so normally I would get stopped by not 20 energy, and this will be the 2 times speed, I guess. Um, um, it doesn't feel faster. Yeah, this does not feel faster. A little bit. So, anything worthwhile? Okay, let's double check, right? Because I was waiting for where's my overflow? Okay. Oh, I see. So it marks it as gold because it's part of your expanded slot. Um, and you see for all of that, ooh, so I got a red one. Convenient, right? Wow, yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's kind of fun, right? It helped. That's a real life example. You saw the speed, you saw you didn't have to stop after 10 or 20 energy, which I'm sure we all come across. And yeah, sick. Awesome. Anyway, hope that helped. I don't know. It just gave me a chance to give my thoughts. Anyway, bye, guys.